Welcome back to the Game of Two Halves podcast, and it is time now for our first guest of the evening. He's involved with Futsal Ballarat, which is also Futsal Geelong, or Geelong Futsal, I should say, and he's the operations director of Geelong Futsal, Dermot Tebb. Dermot, welcome to the show. Did I get that right? Is it the operations director of Geelong Futsal?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tonchi. And yeah, that is correct. Director of Operations at Geelong Futsal.
Now, mate, no sooner has the winter season or about to finish. We haven't yet. I guess we're starting to come towards the end of it. And all systems are geared towards now the futsal season, the summer futsal season. With COVID and everything kind of behind us, and now finally with the transition from Futsal Geelong to Geelong Futsal, expecting a big summer season now?
Yeah, we are. We obviously started the programs last year, had really strong interest over summer, and are currently wrapping up our winter season over the next 3 or 4 weeks, but already trying to plan around the large intake for the upcoming summer. So we've already gone to our teams from last term and the last season for the winter competition, just to give that first opportunity to come back into the programming that there's not going to be much space left with the demand that it's got. So really looking forward to everything going, and we'll be opening up to sort of the general public over the next few days.
Yeah, now that's great to see. So at the moment, will all of the operations, the Geelong Futsal operations, be at Barwon Valley Activity Centre in Belmont, or will there be other venues as well?
We'll be facilitating all programs at BVAC there in Belmont for the summer competition, just the same as it was last year.
Yeah. Now, I guess one of the big things that has happened in recent weeks is the Women's World Cup here. And already we can see that there's a lot of interest amongst young girls, but also young boys as well, who want to take up the sport. Maybe they've played basketball or netball or what that other sport, what's it called, Aussie Rules, over the winter, and they're looking for an opportunity. Is that something that Geelong Futsal is taking into account, and possibly having to expand what its traditional nights, the weeknights of operations are, and looking into maybe weekends and things like that?
Yeah, we've firstly, it was brilliant, the World Cup. The support from everyone
wasn't it?
But both boys and girls, it was good to see the boys really getting behind the women's game and supporting it, and it's only going to keep growing organically for both genders. So that was really good. We are looking at growing everything and seeing where we can expand, and we're looking to offer new programs. Our Monday to Friday competitions, we are anticipating being at full capacity, which means we've obviously got to look at the Saturday one. So last year we had a Saturday sort of under 6 to under 12 sort of divisions going, and we're going to be running something very similar, and we're anticipating that will be a key growth area for this upcoming summer season.
Yeah, I guess the beauty of that is that you have the venue available on the Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Sundays, I guess there's the market there. Is that going to affect things? Obviously, Sunday morning might be out of the question. Would probably Sunday afternoon, Sunday evenings be another option?
Yeah, look, we're looking for all options at the moment. In the next couple of weeks is sort of where we'll get a good understanding as team registrations keep coming through. We'll have more of an idea around what we can. But as you did point out there's pre-existing bookings around the market at BVAC that sort of make things a little difficult in wanting to run a weekly competition for the general public.
Yeah, are there provisions, and we'll get to that shortly, about other venues and new venues that haven't been looked around, but are there other possibilities that there are City of Greater Geelong Council venues that could be used? You know, should a Sunday morning comp or something like that be viable, or there be an interest for that?
Yeah, look, absolutely. We are looking at all avenues. We're working with the City of Greater Geelong and through the G21 as well, trying to outline, what the future is, and not just the upcoming summer season, but what the sport looks like in the next 5-10 years, and how it can grow, and what that demand is going to require in the future.
Now, that's a good point that you bring, Dermot, the G21 soccer strategy. Now, at the moment, it's in a consultation phase, or if you like that, it's open for public consultation. So there's the draft report. We had Eddie Contal and Mike McKinstry on several weeks ago talking about this. Now, it's still available for consultation, I think, until September 10. But there's one point there that I wanted to allude you to, and it's quite small on the screen there. But point number 4, it says provide and/or facilitate access to existing indoor facilities for support increased participation in futsal. Now, that's all well and good, and it's great that they've actually involved futsal in that report. But do we now need people to actually say, look, we need your feedback? We need people to actually say it's not just existing. We need to look now, because this report's going to go to 2033 for the next 10 years. We need people now to really put the pressure on all spheres of the government, especially the local council, to have new facilities built. Now, I'm sure there'll be multi-purpose, but why can't futsal get a part of it?
No, correct. And I think that's been a big thing coming out of the World Cup with the girls and the coaching staff there, that obviously we're having this big push and we've got good numbers, grassroots football and futsal happening, but the support really needs to come there through the government and at all levels. And that only really helps with getting more support from people actually putting in their feedback into general things like this. Yep. So the more people that can get on board and showcase that we really need help in growing the game is only going to help for the future. It's obviously not going to just happen, and we need to get the more people behind this, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are a footballing community that likes to sometimes criticise, and rightly so, and give our 2 bobs worth. But now is that opportunity for us to actually put our money where our mouth is and to actually do something about it. So, look, we've done all the hard yards for you folks. There it is. The link to provide the feedback and input for the Draft Football Victoria G21 Regional Soccer Football Strategy is down the bottom. There it is, www.ieslp.com.au. And if nothing else, go to that website and in the search button, go G21 Regional Football Soccer Strategy. But we'll pop that up in the comments section as well, that link, so you can just copy and paste it, or you can click on that straight away. There we go. It does close on the 10th of September, and it is owned by Football Victoria, and the City of Greater Geelong is assuming a supporting role within the engagement process. Now, that's in line with all the other G21 LGAs. So if you're from Surf Coast, if you're from Bannockburn, if you're from Queenscliff and you're tuning into this show, it doesn't mean now it's just the Geelong region. It's all regions as well. So we need your input. It won't be on the Council Have Your Say page, because it is being the feedback is collected in one place and it's external. So it's really important, folks. You do click on that website, and we'll leave that up just that little bit longer so you can really get your head around it. And look, we've only got about another, 10 days, 11 days, or 2 weeks almost to get your feedback in. Plenty of time. I know I've provided my feedback. I made a point about that indoor facility as well. But all right, Dermot, let's return back to operational issues. The last time we spoke to yourself and your colleague Andrew Burgess, we talked about the possibility of academies as well, something that would provide a bit of a pathway to and development pathway for some of the region's talented futsal players. Where are we with regards to that?
Yeah, no, good segue there, Tonchi, because we are looking at bringing that in for Term 4. Obviously, with the increased number of members over the summer period, we're going to look to offer further opportunities for the talented players, both male and female, and look to basically bring in the Geelong Futsal Academy, which will train weekly, and then look to go into some competitions both regionally and throughout the state.
That's brilliant, because I guess up until now, talented players have had to either go to Melbourne or in Ballarat, which has provided the quality coaching. And that brings me, I guess, to the next point. What's been your early impressions of the level of futsal coaching here available in Geelong? Is that something else that we need to work on, or is it just going to be a case of, particularly in the short term, we're just going to have to get, qualified coaches from outside of Geelong to come here and provide those programs?
Yeah, look, it's going to be with growth. We need to grow all aspects of the game. That's obviously like we talked about earlier with stadium, facilities, members, referees and coaching, both quality and quantity to grow to make sure that everyone's getting a good environment to prosper to the best of their ability. And we're going to look to do exactly that. We'll bring in people externally to make sure that there is the quality there, but we also want to grow the game at the local level and allow people the opportunity to really help to grow the game holistically.
Yeah, so if you're a referee looking for some extra pocket money over the summer season, if you are looking at getting into coaching, whether it's your kids or whether it's actually down a kind of a professional pathway, or you are a team and wanting to get involved, there's the website www.geelongfutsal.com.au, or email Dermot at geelongfutsal.com.au. It's right down the bottom there, so we'll leave that little tag ticker going along a little bit longer. But it looks like it's going to be an exciting summer season of futsal. I know in the going back 3-4 years prior to COVID, it was such a big thing, and everyone wanted to play, particularly the juniors, to keep themselves fit and active over the summer months. But I'm sure there'll be an opportunity for everyone, whether it be at the social level or at the little bit more competitive level. Finally, mate, what's your plans for the Futsal Geelong area? Are we looking at possibly, having either a league or a team that's going to be competing in some of the more like the F League? That was being moved. Actually, while we're talking about that, what's the latest with that? Because since we sort of started talking about it mid-year, there hasn't been really much information about an F League. Do you know anything about it?
Information is dribbling out rather slowly. I think it's still slated to be over the summer period, but I haven't had much information come to light either. But look, that is something that we would look to do down the track, and that would be in line with the Geelong Futsal Academy. And again, we want to grow everything. Our key part at the moment is to offer everyone the opportunity to come and play at sort of the a social competitive level, and then we'll look at the more elite / pathway down the track. But that is definitely something that we'd love to have a representative side for Geelong, showcasing the talent in the area against the best kids and adults around Victoria and potentially Australia. But yeah, it's FE's got to get it up and running, I guess, at the start.
Yeah. I guess that's well. There's a lot of speculation these days. The National Second Division, the F League, which would be kind of like a state league run by Football Victoria. I guess how important do you think? I mean, how important do you think an F League is? Because at the moment there's 2-3 different organisations, futsal organisations in Victoria, and there's no real kind of overarching like a Super League or Premier League, is there at the moment?
Yeah, look, personally, the pathway is a little bit construed with everyone that's coming in. FV in past haven't done a great job in sort of overseeing everything. I think they're really starting to put their foot out and take the lead on it, which is good. And I think these sort of things are only going to help to really outline the pathway for future. It's obviously going to have the potential issues at the start as they're sort of ironing out all the issues, but it can only be good for the future as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Well, look, exciting times definitely as far as futsal in Geelong, and we look forward to hearing more about it either later this year or early next year. But mate, wishing you all the very best. And it looks like you're going to have your hands full with what promises to be a absolute bumper summer season of futsal in Geelong.
No, absolutely. Appreciate the time allowing us to come on, Tonchi, and look forward to giving everyone another summer futsal competition in the coming weeks.
Good on you. Dermot Tebb, the Operations Manager Director of Geelong Futsal.